as if you fucking written it yourself. You get what I'm saying? Because all you have is your word and what you know and what you can put in here. Because this man is going to come in here fully loaded with his reputation, all that's on his shoulders, and all that everybody is still saying. There's always going to be people that's in a corner pocket. Why? Because everybody likes to be paid. And while he's out there liquidating assets, somebody's still going to get their hands slid down. You get what I'm saying? Somebody's gonna take something for this.
Lena
so
said.
You better
Lena
that
said that
like
nigga.
It's the last
Lena said that nigga was doing his study.
You better.
That nigga was studying for a long time.
Keep your mouth shut.
He was studying for a long time, yo. That look, check this out, Lena. Look what this nigga did, yo. See, this is the shit I don't think people. I pay attention to everything. Look what he did. Watch what he did.
2885.
What's his name? What's his name, y'all? Watch him.
California Civil Code 2881-2885, the creation of liens, which allows out-of-state justices and orders to cause a stop of any title transfer, property transfers in Los Angeles or any other place that he has.
Do you hear this nigga? This nigga gave the statute on what his motion is and then described the statute. This nigga memorized the statute on how to stop this nigga from selling his property while he in prison. This nigga a cold motherfucker. He cold. And the judge looking at him like, oh shit. You bro. And I tell people all the time, sometimes the niggas in prison, my nigga, be better than lawyers on the outside.
They got number time.
Them jailhouse lawyers, my nigga.
Woo. They got number time. And they ain't got to work about nobody else.
My nigga, they talk better than outside lawyers, my nigga. Do you hear the nigga verbiage? This nigga's a criminal. That's what I said. Nigga probably on the outside ain't never studied law all day in his life.
You know what? The only thing that makes that is it takes one bad decision to put you behind bars.
Oh yeah,
and
one bad
decision. Nobody is exempt. It's one bad decision that puts you behind bars. So no, just because he in bars don't mean he couldn't have been a lawyer on the outside. One bad decision will put yourself, and we're not talking about people with mental disabilities and shit like that. We're talking about one bad decision will turn your whole fucking life around.
Nah, for real. And but the crazy thing about it, my nigga, is the nigga probably didn't even study no lick of law while he was on the outside.
Now you ain't got nothing but time in defense for yourself. So now you reading up.
Now you just playing with the system.
Right. You reading things. You're realizing how you've been violated and how you can make things, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. And that's why this is such a serious thing.
So let's get back to the content. Watch this. So watch this, y'all. We just getting started. Watch this.
As property. He stated that he wouldn't be able to proceed with that sale. And he did it the day after I served him the suit. And he also said that he won't be filing an answer to the complaint. He said, you can find me in default or whatever. He has a better chance with default than he would with having a restraining order stopped. And I said, so you want to hide your money and stop from being quite possibly paid to me if I'm given the benefit of a judgment in my favor.
So basically he's telling the judge the conversation that him and Diddy had when Diddy came to visit. Mm-hmm. Diddy basically said, I'm selling my property. I'll give you I thought it was 23. I was mistaken, man. It was $2.3 million.
Absolutely not.
He said no.
No. Absolutely not.
But the fact that P. Diddy came to visit this nigga in jail, offered him $2.3 million with a financial advisor, told him about what he doing with his properties and how he trying to put his money together.
But the financial advisor was to intimidate him into taking that 2.3. And this will slide it over to you right now and make this all go away.
You in jail. This would be the best thing that you can have in see.
Because at the end of the day, 2.3 mil is still 2.3.
My nigga, you know what 2.3 million do for a nigga though in prison?
Exactly.
Bro, that nigga would be the man in prison. I ain't gonna lie. Right. $2.3 million, that nigga could take care of everybody on the unit, my nigga.
Right. Now imagine how many times P. Diddy got to put out 2.3 million to a person with accusations. You get what I'm saying? He ain't the only one we talking to.
But you should, but
making rounds.
Yeah, he making rounds. For a lot of niggas. But there's a lot of, but he actually filed a suit from prison to make P. Diddy come visit him. See, but you only make your rounds to niggas that you know could really hurt you.
Right.
So, but this is the sad part. He's making a lot of rounds. So that means, damn, my nigga, everybody that filed a suit is telling the truth.
Don't mean they telling the truth. That just means you trying to shut some shit down so that you can get
No. You don't shut shit down and pay millions of dollars for shit that ain't true. I'm not giving niggas and settling and giving niggas and trying to give niggas $1 million because of their lies. Nigga, we gonna have to go to court. You gonna have to prove that.
Yeah.
He's shutting shit down because he's shutting shit down because he know if he get fucked in court, it's gonna cost him way more money. And you can't afford to lose 50 million when you can shut a nigga down for 3 million and just give him 3 million and let him walk away. That's the object. The object is to pay less. But my thing is like, my nigga, it's just sad that nigga, you can't even say like, yo, he lying. That never happened.
You can say that all you want.
He can't even say it though.
Is your word against it?
No, it ain't no word. No, these niggas got proof. Yeah. These niggas be having proof. Like, it's like he don't even realize how dumb he fucking up. The nigga going to visit. I would have never went and visit this nigga. What? He would have been the last nigga that he would have been the nigga I fought. A nigga in prison, I would have used his character. Nigga, I believe this nigga. Hey, my nigga.
Especially when he said you gave him that big drink.
Yeah, I would have, man. Y'all niggas is crazy. Who's P. Diddy advisor? Let's get back to it, man. Who is P. Diddy advisor?
Favor for what you've done to me. And he pretty much said, yeah. He says, you know how we get down. And I said, okay, well, I disagree with how you get down. Your cell shouldn't go through.
So I'm gonna hold on.
I'm sorry.
Cadello Smith. Okay, so you went in a different direction that I thought you were going into. I thought we were just gonna focus. No.
We are.
You kind of went off on a different direction than what your actual motion was.
Yeah.
So what I just want to say is settlement negotiations.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
In this case, are probably better not.
So basically what she's saying is we here to talk about the restraining order. You started going, even though it was interesting to her. It was so interesting to her that she allowed him to keep talking. You see what I'm saying? She knew that she was supposed to stop him immediately and say, this is not what this is about. We about the da-da-da. This is about the restraining order on the property. But she allowed him to go into that so she could hear what's going on. Because she want to go back home and talk to her people.
A little insight.
It's funny to her. This is how you know when white people a little bit too in depth. The judge got caught up right there. She was supposed to stop that nigga. He talked for 2 minutes about shit.
We got a little off track.
You let me go off track for 2 minutes, Judge. I'm not a lawyer. I'm a prisoner. When I tell you this shit crazy, y'all, this shit crazy. She let him go off track for 2 minutes, y'all. 2 fucking minutes, and then waited for him to end the conversation. She would have let him keep going. Know why? Because this shit was interesting to her. We talking about Sean Combs, my nigga. You see what I'm saying? She probably grew up on that nigga music. She laughing. So check this out, y'all. Let's get back to it. Watch this.
Yeah, they're not to be placed on the record.
And the properties that are in his name being used and held by other people in Michigan, then it will cause me harm because I can be tied directly to those properties through loans and through.
And look, Lena said, Kimmy, she was impressed with his speaking.
Right. She just let him go.
She was impressed with his speaking. She was so amused by how he was talking and the things that he was saying that she let that nigga rock. I think he got her when when he cited the statute by number and by heart, she was fucked at that point. She was fucked. She said, oh, that's why she granted the restraining order. P. Diddy probably never thought in a million years that a judge would grant a restraining order on for him to sell his shit to a prisoner.
But if you grant that restraining order, that stops the conversation as well. So where do we go from here?
He's
You
going
know what I'm saying?
up.
So that means that what you were negotiating was something that you wanted to keep a secret. Else this restraining order.
Now he has to go to. He's still going to court to sue him.
Exactly.
So now you can't sell your shit until you handle his case.
Really, exactly. And you can't come up here trying to persuade him for anything until you do it. That's why the restraining order. So
So basically, the restraining order is to keep him away from visiting him in the prison.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga put a restraining order on this nigga. You can't come to the prison and see me, and you can't sell your shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like if
that means that there's a reason to put a restraining order. We don't just put this shit. They don't just grant shit for fun. You get what I'm saying? We don't just watch law stuff and paperwork go flying around just because you're Diddy and it's fun stuff and we can just say what we want. You have to have evidence. You cannot. Diddy has rights just like this man has rights. You can't just be like, oh, restraining order, sir. Why? Because you're Diddy. That's not how this shit works.
So basically, Diddy coming, Sean Combs coming to
liability for something.
So basically, Sean Combs coming to visit him made him look bad. Like
it makes you look bad. But if you have no association with this man, you don't do business with him. He's not a friend of yours. He's a criminal, right? Because we're already going to prejudge a person, right?
Mm-hmm.
What the hell are you coming down for? And then why are you bringing financial advisors? Yeah, we're going to put a restraining order because you don't really need to be down here. And if you do, we're going to find out why.
And he's telling us why.
Exactly. So, come on.
You told him in the jail. And everything is recorded. Exactly. Them niggas probably heard this shit too.
Right. They got you on camera. They got your financial. They got the little meeting in the front office before you come inside. They got everything.
Breaking news, y'all. Breaking news. P. Diddy got another case on his hand. Shed a lie.
Other areas of investment that I did when I was out there and while in prison through money that I've sent. And if he's allowed to go through with any of the sales, I won't be able to recoup any of my monies or anything from him as a result of it.
So that's why he did it. The reason he's suing and this restraining order is taking place because he feel like if he is able to sell his properties and do all this type of sales, then he won't be able to recoup none of his money once he's done with his case. So say he get a judgment for $100 million. Right. He went. Mm-hmm. This nigga sold everything already. Now he ain't got nothing in his name. I'm not gonna get my money with him because he hurried up and sold shit before I could get my money.
Right. Tasha K and Cardi B. Tasha K can't make shit. Cardi B either. And when you make, that's why Tasha K said, "I'm gonna be working at McDonald's." That's what the joke was about.
But Tasha K made money, but she ain't got to put nothing in her name.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, you get to playing it however you need to. But I'm saying that those are the purposes for that.
That's why Cardi B tried to take her back to court because you know she's still making money, but Cardi B ain't get $1 yet.
Right.
I know you making money and I ain't get $1 yet. Right. But
I got rights just like you got rights, and it is what it is.
But no, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna put nothing in my name. As far as it look to the world, I don't got no job.
Period. That's what she tried. You get what I'm saying? It's two sides to everything. And that's exactly why this restraining order is into play. That's why this man is trying to tie up his assets because he wants to be entitled.
He tied them bitches up. I never seen this shit possible. He's the first prisoner ever to be able to tie up a nigga that's predominant in the industry. Mm-hmm. Like somebody who's a mogul. He tied up a mogul's fucking money, my nigga. So if I owe right now on my shit and I gotta pay something, and I was depending on this sale, I'm fucked.
Listen, you ain't selling because you just felt like it all of a sudden. You're selling it because you need to sell it.
And who knows how long this case gonna go?
Exactly.
But so basically, he just made a checkmate move. Because now, if P. Diddy owe a lot of people, he's forced.
He gotta pay his lawyers too. Shit.
But now he's forced to do what? To settle with him. Mm-hmm. I have to settle with you because this lawsuit might take me a year. I can't afford for my money.
I got other shit going on. And on top of that, you still got other properties that you got to pay on. Your lifestyle still got to maintain while you're in the middle of a lawsuit.
P. Diddy's kicking himself right now.
Exactly.
He's kicking. I swear to God, P. Diddy is kicking himself right now because He trying to figure out how the fuck I'm going to put money to this, but I'm supposed to sell this out. My nigga, he could have been in the process of selling all types of shit right now. And all that shit just got blocked. Blocked immediately.
And that don't stop people from putting their hand out.
Or better yet, niggas could have already gave you money and was expecting something to be done. And now you fucked because you could have took that money and gave it to somebody else already.
Shit, lawyers ain't gotta wait for their fucking money, niggas. They got bills too. Well, listen, you may have to shift gears on this, okay? We're gonna bring in somebody else for the team. You know what I'm saying? He's a year on the job. What? Listen, it should get, because why? Everybody wants to be paid. You defended something, but everybody wants to be paid, and nobody give a damn about your legal problems, right?
Of any possible judgment in this action, if he's allowed to proceed with it, and an injunction or a restraining order would help ensure that he's not manipulating and selling the property to avoid his responsibility in these matters here. That's what a temporary restraining order would do. It would prevent that from happening.
Did I say?
How the fuck a nigga in jail that smart to do that? You heard what he just did? You heard what he said? He telling the judge what this is gonna prevent. The judge looking at this nigga like, who the fuck told this nigga? Wow. He look like she looking at this nigga like, look at her, how she got a hand to her face. Wow. And she gotta make the judgment. And she looking like, damn, am I about to make a judgment for a fucking prisoner?
But fuck that being a prisoner. Okay, so now play devil's advocate for a second. You were wrong, okay? And you were wrong by Diddy. He did you wrong. You know what I'm saying? You flirt with him at the bar, he slides you drink back, and now he take advantage of you. You get what I'm saying? Now you back home with him, and his advances are just way too strong and shit get out of hand. Just because you're a prisoner, you got rights to say you feel violated. You got a right to fucking sue. So the mere fact that you did your research doesn't punish you, it punishes him. She is there to uphold the law. She can make it.
Lena said he was at the law library every day.
Exactly.
But what would make a nigga think about this? The average person don't think about blocking somebody from selling their shit.
Listen, one, a lot of niggas who don't want to worry about their sexuality come out, keep their mouth closed. So one, you don't mind having someone exposed, right? So if you feel violated, you're gonna go for the gusto. How do you hit them financially? Because you're not gonna get you're not gonna get sorry.
But what I'm saying,
what I have to do, I gotta be on my piece.
No, but what I'm saying is the average person don't think or even know to do something like this.
Well,
like this shit is like.
Well, you can't come after Diddy being the average person because you can't withstand being the average person coming after a mogul like this. Somebody with money, power, and respect, regardless of what people are saying with him. So if you come, you got to come with guns blazing. You got to know what you're talking about. You got to have some validation. That's why Judge granted the restraining order in the first place. You get what I'm saying? You don't just get to say, oh, well, if Diddy did it, Captain Keith did it, Gangsta Cap did it. It's not how it works. I don't just go into the courtroom and say, oh, yeah, you did it. I found it. We may think shit like that happens from what we see on the street, but it really don't. You have to have some type of verifiable information to provide for them to say this is warranted. Why? Because they're putting their name on this shit. And they're putting their name on it for who? Diddy? What? For a prisoner? No. Okay, so there's something going on here. We got to get down to this shit. You coming up here with financial advisors for a reason. Why? To intimidate this man. Why? Because you probably violated him. Else, why would you be up here?
Why would you even...
Right, why would you be talking to him and discussing money at all? That means you have reason to be here. So we're going to put a restraining order on you. And we're going to tie up your assets. Why? Because you said you really ain't got no reason to be here. But you are. So we're going to get down to why you are.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else to hide. So now you have to address this.
And he ain't doing a good job.
No, you ain't doing a good job.
And Diddy not even here. So what that tell you about it? He got his lawyer sitting there for him. And his lawyer looks stunned.
Trying to liquidate your assets to pay for, because if you don't, they're gonna leave your ass high and dry too. Because remember, they want to get paid.
And remember, that's what that money do.
They do entertainment law, nigga. It's a zillion of you.
And guess what that money? and guess what? Most of that money he paying is so he don't have to show up in court.
Exactly.
That's all it'd be really for. And so, you don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I got this for you. I'm in court. You don't gotta come.
Right.
So you don't look stupid, because
P. Diddy supposed
to be sitting right next to that nigga right now.
Right.
Right next to that nigga. Real talk, Lena. You already know. Let's get to it.
Happening because it's a very serious matter. It involves a lot of money, and him selling this would help him avoid his liability for these actions done upon me. And I was just hoping that I'd be able to get the restraining order to prevent that. There won't be any harm to him, any of the parties. There won't be any harm to him in any way. And if it's deemed that it's not justified.
You see how he said, how he made sure he said it won't be no harm to him. You see, that's how you know he's studying, bro. He made sure to say it won't be no harm to him. So that's his way of trying to tell them, look, ain't gonna be no harm done. Pay attention. Ain't gonna be no harm. This everything I'm telling you is gonna be. I'm not trying to hurt him. I'm not trying to do nothing to him. I just want to make sure I get paid. What's it?
At the end of the case, but one has to be put in place to stop this from happening.
Okay. Okay. So, thank you very much.
Yes.
So Cardella Smith, who claims he met personally with Combs over the last few weeks, wants this injunction to prevent Combs from selling property. And why does this matter? Because you might remember that in July, as we reported, Combs had listed his home in the Homely Hills area of Los Angeles for $70 million. No word yet on whether there's any takers there, but that is the same home that Homeland Security agents raided back in the spring, reportedly in connection with a sex trafficking investigation by the Southern District of New York. Now, to be clear, no charges or arrests have come as a result of that, but we're continually following that developing story. Now, as Judge Anna Marie Anzalone stepped away from the bench for a moment to check on another piece of paperwork, Cardella Smith kind of made chit-chat with an...
So you heard what he said, though? So now, as you see, he trying to sell the house for $70 million. $70 million. So he like, you trying to sell it for $70 million, and you trying to make sure I can't get paid. Cause you know I'm so when he put, so basically he's saying that he put that house up for sale after he received his lawsuit from him. That's basically what he proven to the judge. I filed my lawsuit July 6th. July 7th, he put his house up for sale for $70 million. Mm-hmm. So he was willing to take if the house worth 140, he probably could have sold it for 160.
Come on, nobody is trying to take a loss that much. Like I said, not in this economy. Not now. You are not selling a $140 million house for $70 million. It's not happening. Trust me.
Hell,
what the fuck? You're throwing it away. You're throwing it away.
He put more damn near. He ain't even making no money.
Just
only thing
he
probably would only make $30 million off of it.
But just your house
off that sale. He would go from making $100 million off of the sale house to only $30 million.
Are you kidding me? And then have to disperse that money? Like, come on. Come on, you're giving it away. Nobody's doing that. People on a low level skill ain't giving their houses away like that. You mean tell me a mansion worth millions of dollars, you're gonna take that much?
So basically, he's trying to prove that after he got served with this lawsuit from prison, that he decided to put his house up for sale for $70 million because he want to hurry up and liquidate his assets so he don't get paid.
Right, and then maybe he's trying to.
Nah, for real. Well, talk to me.
First of all, okay, if you have a house, first of all, like I said, nobody wants to take
They
a
can't
loss
hear
on
you.
that. So nobody wants to take a loss like that on, that type of property. This is not just a small home. So you could be trying to sell it for less to have to pay out less. You get what I'm saying? Do you get what the thought process I'm saying?
No, I'm explaining to the people.
So if my house is, so if I'm in a lawsuit, right? My house is $140 million. I sell it for way less than that, $70 million. And that just leaves me with way less. I got, this is money that he's got to put out. Now you got to think about how many times he's got to disperse money. This ain't the only guy saying something. There's people that we know about, and probably a lot of other people that we don't know about. Just because he's a millionaire don't mean this ain't going out. It's a lot of people to pay. So if you sell it for less, that alleviates the money that you would have had. What's that difference? 140 to 70.
That don't stop you from being sued for money though.
But it makes your money go away a lot quicker.
You still gonna owe people.
So
I'm just saying you still gonna owe people, and if somebody else come and try to,
it gets to a point to where people don't get what paid.
Well, but I'm saying that's the point. They trying to run him dry. He gonna go broke eventually. But at
this point, but you got pressure on your back.
But he don't want to go broke.
No, fuck that, nigga. At this time, you can be you.
You want to know why?
You
want to know why he willing to take that sell it for 70 and take that $30 million?
Are you insane,
bro?
The whole world is on your.
You want to know why he willing to take it for less?
Take their own self at
bro, you want to know why he willing to take less now?
You are come on.
You want to know why he willing to take half the money now? I'm gonna tell you why he willing to take half the money. He willing to take half the money now because at this point he'd rather just take whatever money and profit he can get and just run. Now he's in run mode, my nigga.
That's what I'm talking about. So that what you're talking about, that dollar is only starting to matter more and more to everybody else.
He's trying to go value.
You start looking at it like, man, if I go back to projects, let me tell you something. Desperation starts to hit your ass because your whole life starts to run through your mind. Everybody you done wrong, all the money you put out, all the parties you done put out and invited people to, all the people you thought was your friends. This money that everybody else is wanting start to look like shit to you.
You don't even want the money.
You don't want none of this shit.
You right. So
you gotta understand the pressure that's on your jail time, your reputation, your family.
So basically,
nigga, people off themselves.
Hey, so basically, Kimmy's saying he to the point like that nigga wasn't lost.
Nigga, fuck $70,000,
bro,
$30,000. What? You all can get it. Fuck all this shit. This is what got me in this position in the first place.
So basically, Kimmy's saying he to the point where that, like, remember in the show
Lost? Don't make no sense.
I don't know if y'all seen the show Lost, where the dude won $100 million before he got on the plane and they all crashed on the motherfucking island. But that nigga felt like that money that he got in the lottery fucked up his life. He was crashing, bad luck was happening. So basically you're saying that Diddy's to the point where he don't give a fuck about how much profit he make about nothing. He just want to get rid of everything.